Learn, laugh, huff, puff, lift. Learn, laugh, huff, puff, lift. Haha. That's what I like to do every single day. How about you? Do you have a plan to make every day great? Do you set goals? Do you have a plan to make sure that your week is awesome, that your month is an achieving month? And what about every year? And it's interesting because people, they tend to make plans for the new year. So we have New Year's resolutions. But how do we make sure that if we're going to set a New Year's resolution, if we're going to set goals, that we achieve them? And is it about what we do every day, what we do one day, what we do sometimes? And of course, if you've got a great plan for every day to be great, is it possible that then every week will be awesome, every month and every year? So one of the things that, it's the start of my Learn, Laugh, Huff, Puff, Lift is the learn part. So I'm in my library and I like to learn every day. So at the start of the day, I'm going to learn, laugh, huff, puff, lift today. At the end of the day, what did I learn today that I can apply into tomorrow? At the end of the week, what did I learn this week? What was my big learning curve that I can apply into next week? What did I learn this month that made my month even better that I can apply into next month? And then, of course, this year, what's my big learning curve for this year? And something that's really interesting that it seems common sense, but I'm teaching myself this every day. I'm learning it more and more every day, because if you don't get it, your life's going to be pretty terrible. So I'm applying this every day as a conscious learning curve. The past I have no control over because it's gone. The present is where I am right now. That's why it's called the present. That's one of those beautiful quotes. I can't change the past. I've got a little bit of control over the future depending on what kind of person I am. But what I've got right now is the present, which is why it's such a special gift. So what am I doing right now to live this minute, today, rather than be miserable about the past, would have, could have, should have, three ridiculous words because I can't change anything from the past. And then if I apply what I learned today, will my life be better? Will I be wiser? Will I be stronger? Will I be fitter? And of course the answer is yes. But does it need to be a conscious thing? Which is why you'll often hear me say, learn, laugh, huff, puff, lift. Learn, laugh, huff, puff, lift. To remind myself every day that I need to learn. So that's one of my big learning curves, is that I can't change the past. I want to live in the present. And I want to really appreciate what's going to happen in the future, regardless of what happens, because there's a lot of things we have no control over. But if I am stronger, tougher, wiser, fitter, better, is it possible that my future will be better? So what did I learn today? And maybe that's something you can apply into your life that will add value. What did I learn today, which forces you to learn something? And that came from a really cool story from a little boy whose father used to say to him, what did you learn today at the end of the day? And he had to have an answer. So this little boy would often go to the library or to an encyclopedia, and I suppose now you would go to Google and you'd find a fact to be able to tell your dad, this is what I learned today. But if 365 days of every year you have to tell your dad, this is what I learnt today, is it possible that you would expand your brain? And that's one of the really cool things. You can't unlearn something. Your brain, once you've taught it, once you know it, your brain collects everything. Now you might think you've forgotten it, but the subconscious brain holds on to everything. And if you've ever been in a situation where you go, oh yeah, I remember that, or yes, I know that, and you go, where did that come from? Because it's something that your brain's already stored. Which is why, and maybe that's what wisdom actually is, that if I learn something today, even if I don't remember it tomorrow, it's in there. So if I need it at another time, my brain produces it for me so I can be better, stronger, wiser for the future. So the learning curve, though, that this year has been really interesting for me is once it's past, once it's gone, I can't fix it, change it, make it better, so let it go. I used to waste a lot of time thinking about what I could have done differently. What if I didn't do that? I wish I hadn't done that. And of course, I can't change anything that I did 1 minute ago, 1 week ago, 1 year ago, 50 years ago. And for me, I can remember 50 years ago very clearly. So what I'm looking to do every day is don't waste time on stuff that I have no control over. Invest time in the things that I can control and keep getting better, stronger and wiser. I don't want to feel guilty, feel angry, feel stressed, feel annoyed about anything, let alone the things that I can't change. So I love my past. I've learnt from my past. I continue to learn from my past. If I made a mistake, if I think I could have done something differently, rather than focus on I wish I could have done it different, which of course is a stupid thing to say because I can't do it different, I didn't. That's why would have, could have, should have doesn't work. You either did or you didn't. I not would have, could have. No, I just didn't. So drop off the stuff that if you feel guilty about something, if you feel frustrated that you didn't do it, I wish I had, versus what did I learn from that situation? I can't control it. I want to make sure it doesn't happen again. And that's one of the things for me, really important part of my psyche, is I love making mistakes, but I hate making the same mistake twice. We don't learn anything if we don't make mistakes. People that don't make mistakes don't do anything. The people who have done the most in the world are the ones that have made the most mistakes. But if you don't learn from them, then what a waste of time. So I can't change the past, but what did I learn from it? How can I do it better next time? And that's how the brain works in our favor. That's brain-derived neurotropic factor, that fertilizer that when you exercise really hard at high intensity, when you learn, laugh, huff, puff, lift, your brain produces fertilizer to make you better for next time. So if you want to live your life to the max, and I'll ask the question again, you can live an ordinary average life. A lot of people do. They wake up, they go to work, and that's about it. And they are often miserable and grumpy because they're not doing the things that they want to do, or they're living in a spot where could have, should have, would have about the past. But if you don't want to live like that, and I certainly don't, I want to love every day, enjoy every single moment of every single day, and make sure that tomorrow's even better. So I learn, I laugh, I huff and I puff, and I make sure that I'm really strong so that my body and my brain can get stronger and better and wiser, and I can be happy every day. And I know that sounds a little bit rah-rah. Well, Rowie, you can't be happy every day. Well, what if you can be? What if you choose to be happy every single day, regardless of what happens, because you've got a tough brain, a strong brain, a positive brain, a solution-finding, optimistic brain. That's how I want to live my life, and I can't do that if I don't learn every day. So, if like me, you want to be able to sing happy songs every day, so people think you're a very weird person because you're happy all the time. If you're happy and you know it, learn, laugh, huff, puff, lift. If you're happy and you know it, learn, laugh, huff, puff, lift. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, learn, laugh, huff,